Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home of classic games, classic content, and classic debates. I'm here on my own at this moment in time because Dermot has not arisen yet, and I can't contact him because WhatsApp is down. And so, yeah, we're just going to go on our own for a while, and we're going to see what time Dermot turns up. He'll turn up at some point. But for now, we're going to welcome everyone who is in the chat this morning. Mr. Celery Agent is in the building. Lovely to see you in here, Celery Agent. Hopefully you're doing well. Moondog, one of our patrons, is in the chat. Lovely to see you, Mr. Moondog. A very good, happy day and peaceful morning to each and everyone. Yes, sir. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Moondog is just saying, just tucking into a nice egg and bacon sandwich and chatting to the cafe owner who is a Liverpool fan. Oh, not so great for you then, sir. But big up to Moondog. Hopefully you're doing well. Mr. John Fitzpatrick is in the house. Lovely to see you in here as well, sir. Big up, everyone, he says. We've got a new person to the channel. It's Mr. Coover99 saying, boo, rubbish channel, bring back Coover. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, he's someone apparently. Moondog is saying, Coover is incognito. Good stuff. Celery Agent saying, bacon and egg Sammy, yummo moondoggy. Lovely stuff. Coover says, I can be on in a minute, Ben. Good stuff, Coov. I mean, if you want to. I can't call Dermot because WhatsApp is down and I don't know why it's down. And YouTube has been funny this morning as well. So hopefully this is working for you guys. Just let us know how the stream is running. Another one of our patrons saying, Mr. Mark Cousins is saying, morning lads, is Doherty going to win the Ballon d'Or now? I most certainly hope not, because that would be the end of the Ballon d'Or as we know it. But lovely to see you in here, Mark Cousins. Lovely to see you. And Carterman Farming Simulator is in the house saying, morning, Ben. Lovely to see you in here, Carterman Farming Simulator. It's always great to see you. And hopefully your crops are being harvested well this morning, sir. Hopefully they're doing well. Speaking of our two patrons, me and Dermot are coming up with a new show, which no adverts. I don't think Dermot will mind me slightly giving a bit of a teaser for this new show we're coming up with. From next week, we're going to do a show dedicated to the people that support us on Patreon, which is all going to be about their Spurs stories. So if you're a patron of this channel, we will have a show about you, and you will talk about, for whether it's an hour or 2 hours, we haven't thought of this yet. We're going to go into your Spurs story. We're going to talk about the games you've been to, your Spurs memories, your favourite players throughout the years, and just everything Tottenham. So it's going to be a full hour, 2 hour show focused on the people that support Tottenham Tantrum Gold. It's going to be a brilliant show in our opinion, and yeah, it's going to be wonderful, and it's going to be really good to see the real people that support Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. None of them, the dilly-dallying and the people that are supporters of the club. We want people, the real fans that have been there through thick and thin, and it's going to be a great show. So from next week, I think it's going to be next Friday, possibly our first patron show. You'd have to talk to me and Dermot need to talk about this. It's going to all be about our patrons and what brought them to supporting this terrible football club and why they're still here. So Mr. Mark Cousins will be one of them, saying, "I'll come on, Ben. It's going to be great. It's going to be. We'll talk with you, Mark, eventually. We should actually need to come up with the name. We need to come up with the show firstly. So, yep, in effect, in the pipeline, the Tottenham Tantrum Gold patron show, all about our wonderful patrons and the main supporters of the channel. So whether it's Mark Cousins or Philip Brady or Moondog or William Kelly, we want to talk about your Spurs stories. Talk about the real fans of Tottenham Hotspur, not the people that have been chosen to support the club, the real fans. And speaking of real fans, we've got Mr. Coover99 in the house. How are you this morning, sir?
Good here. Cheers, Ben. I thought I'd better pop on. Can't leave you fending off the hostile crowd by yourself.
Apparently, Dermot is turning up now. He's just texting me, but I couldn't text him because WhatsApp was down. I don't know what's gone wrong with it. I don't know if it's
that would explain the complete lack of activity on WhatsApp this morning. Then,
yeah, it is. YouTube as well has had a bit of a problem. So everyone in the stream, please let us know if the stream's going well, and hopefully it is.
It's the Russians, isn't it?
Bloody hell!
Well, it could be. It literally could be.
Who knows now? But we're going to avoid that talk. We're going to steer clear because Andrew Bailey is in the house saying, "Morning, chaps. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, Andrew. Hopefully you're doing well, sir." So we're going to touch back onto the Leeds game because you weren't on our. You were on our show on Saturday evening, Coof. Now that the dust has settled, is that Leeds performance the way we can get back into the good books and start heading for European places, or have we still got a lot of work to do?
Oh, there's still loads of work to do, but I think the most important bit is we saw the wing backs working. It's the most fundamental part of Conte's system. Is those attacking wing backs. I think he said in a press conference something about the it's like his dream scenario. It's one wing back crossing for the other wing back to score. It's like it's the hallmark of his sides.
Yeah.
So we saw that. It was in good working order. That was a lovely finish by Doherty. It really was. Sessegnon had a great game as well. And the way Harry Kane's playing when he's got wing backs to aim at as well as other forwards to pick out with passes, it's sensational. He's so many players rolled into one now as Harry Kane. We said it last season. I mean, took Golden Boot winner and most assists as well in one season. But I think he's actually developing that this season. He started off very poorly by his standards, but the way he's playing lately, I think he's even better than last season. The last couple of games, he's just got everything. The energy's there as well. The strength is there. At times you felt like he was playing through the pain barrier and some injuries and perhaps a lot of fatigue, but he looks fresh. He looks strong. He's invigorated. He's unplayable at the moment. So it's all there. I think really got to take heart by that. The only trouble is injuries, isn't it? I mean, Bentancur, that's a huge miss. Skippy's still out. Get any more and we're in deep trouble again. Kulusevski makes up for that, though. He's been playing brilliantly, looking better and better every game. Totally hit the deck running, hasn't he? I mean, he's getting goals. What more can you ask? Goals and assists. It's all shaping up. With Romero back and Dyer back, looking better at the back as well. The only, funnily enough, the one we've been depending on all season is the one looking shaky at the moment, and that's Hugo. He's just having a few wobbly moments, but he'll be back on his horse soon enough. So I think we've got to be optimistic, but trouble is we've got the likes of that lot down the road keep picking up points when we don't need them to.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult catching them. Yeah, work's cut out, but why not? We're capable of doing it.
I mean, Arsenal have got some big games coming up, so you never know if they're going to drop points. If they, I don't know. I'm going to look at Arsenal's fixtures right now just to see who their fixtures are, because it's always something we should be looking at.
Well, I think the thing is, Ben, all the teams dropping points. It's like the season where nobody wants that fourth spot, isn't it?
I mean, looking at Arsenal's fixtures, they've got Watford next, which is an easy 17-0 win for them. They've got Leicester City at home. They've then got Liverpool at home. They've then got Aston Villa, who are not an easy team to beat. Crystal Palace, Brighton, Southampton. There's all to play for. They've got some big teams at the moment. They've got to play in 3 games. Brighton, Southampton, Man United, West Ham. They've got a few tricky games holding up. So who knows if they're going to drop? They're going to keep all those points.
Trouble is, we'll drop points as well, won't we? We know it. It's the one thing we haven't done is done a consistent run. Well, we kind of did a bit of an unbeaten run when Conte took over, but if you look back on it, some of those were really a bit fortunate to scrape through. It's there. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be really tight.
Yeah.
I think it could be the fourth place is won by a point or something like that.
I mean, it's brilliant hallmark for the Premier League that it's so exciting how many teams, which is always good.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing at the moment, in terms of how I don't understand that our fullbacks haven't worked together this entire season, apart from the Leeds game. Has he finally got into them after his outburst the other day? Maybe they finally got a bit of fire under their backsides and they're going to start playing football.
Well, just the forwards in general.
Just the fullbacks.
Oh yeah, that is the key to everything. I reckon they've had a bit of a fire lit underneath them this week. Conte's finally lost patience with Emerson, like a lot of us have. He just cannot do the job.
Yeah.
Doherty looks like a man reborn now. He's got full license to just keep going forward. He's playing more like a winger than a fullback. I suppose in some ways I've always said this about wing backs. They polarize opinions because some people look at them need the defensive work, and I totally disagree with that. I think they've got to be first and foremost an attacking outlet. If they don't offer that, they're not offering anything near the job that's needed. Otherwise, you might as well go back to playing a flat back four, and that's not Conte. If we're going to do that, then why have Conte at all? So we need to get those wing backs working properly, and they did. They really performed against Leeds. So let's see more of that.
Do you see Doherty starting in the next Premier League game? I'm not sure about if he'll start against Middlesbrough tomorrow, but do you think Doherty has now made himself number one choice right back?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I mean, it says it all when teams are giving Emerson free space on there over on the right to cross it, because they know it's not really going to be much coming of it. Right. He eventually got some crosses in against Man City, but I mean, you could argue that's like the old scenario of infinite monkeys, infinite typewriters. It's going to come out eventually with what you're after, but he's just not. He's not up to it. He definitely isn't. Doherty at least is showing that he can attack, he can get into the box, and he's capable of crossing it. I mean, those are the fundamental parts that must be met for a Conte system. So, yeah, I think he's going to nail his place at the moment. I mean, if anything's true this season, it'll be a case of he suddenly dips in form again, and then we'll be back to square one. But let's stay positive. He's got this far. Let's see if he can drag himself through the rest of the season playing like it. Why not?
Before we go on to some of the comments, we're going to welcome the general of the Tottenham Tantrum Gold Army into the chat. He's my mate. He's your mate. It's Mr. Dermot in the house. Morning, Dermot. How are you this morning, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. I admit it. I overslept. I admit it. Yeah, sorry. I apologise.
Fired.
That's it. Yeah, I'll just take myself off now into the Goonlands now. I'm going off to the Goonlands now.
So we're going to go through some of the comments right here. Mark Cousins is saying it was only Leeds. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, every meal is a banquet and every hunger is a famine. You got to get ahead of yourself, as Mark Cousins. Celery is saying, how good do you think Cess can get? I think Cess is brilliant. Derek Hutchinson is saying, good morning, gentlemen. Morning, Derek Hutchinson. Hopefully you're doing well. John Fitzpatrick is saying, big up Coover and Ben, two legends in the house. And now we've got Dermot to add to that fire. Celery Agent is saying, possible 9-point drop for Gooners. Yeah, there is a thing. Who knows what they're going to do. Ellie, morning Ellie. Hopefully you're doing well, madam. Hopefully you're doing well. Ellie is saying Arsenal will falter like they have for several seasons. Watford just drew with Man United away. Celery Agent said, hello Ellie, you Spurs legend. Lovely to see Ellie in the house. Ellie's talking to Celery. And Mark Cousins is saying Doherty looks good when Romero covers him. It's the same with Emerson. But if we can have Romero in that team, Doherty can do what he does best, which is bombing forward and basically being a number 9, but playing at right fullback, just getting into the box, being a strong, strapping Irish lad with plenty of Guinness in him, and then just sticking it in the back of the net. I think he's going to be.
There was one bit in particular that it went unnoticed at the time because nothing came of it. But Doherty was well up the pitch. and so was Kulusevski. They broke down the left. Romero came out to cover, but who was chasing back? It was both Doherty and Kulusevski. And Kulusevski had this slight afterburner suddenly hit after a few yards, and he just cruised past everybody getting to the ball. And he suddenly thought, yeah, this can work. If Doherty does get caught up the pitch, he got the recovery pace of Kulusevski. I mean, people say he's not quick, but when he gets into his stride, he's very quick indeed. It's over the first 5 yards he's not quick because he's
like
a big
Yunus
fella.
Kabul in some sense. Yunus Kabul wasn't a quick player, but Gareth Bale used to swear.
Dyer's another one, deceptively quick over a longer distance.
Yeah.
It was working.
I don't know this person. Maybe this is a new viewer to the chat. So if you are, welcome to the stream, sir. Liam is saying you've got to start Doherty against Everton after his game against Leeds. It's only fair. Hasn't cemented his place, but definitely giving him a chance to go on a run. Absolutely. Absolutely. If he works with Romero playing at right centre-back and Kulusevski playing, I mean, this could be Doherty's renaissance. He might just save his season next year.
I've always been a big advocate for this as well. If a player comes in and does well, then they should keep their place, regardless of reputation and money on the other ones, the other competitors, because you've got to work your way back in. Managers always say it, players have to earn their place on the training field. So, Doherty's in there now, as far as I'm concerned. Ellie said, never heard of the typewriter one, Kuva. You're full of brilliant work. It's an old theory about if you give an infinite amount of typewriters to an infinite amount of monkeys, they'll eventually recreate the works of Shakespeare. So basically, give Emerson enough chances. He's got to do something eventually, but it doesn't make him any good, does it?
No. That's a good quote, that is. Mr. K is in the building. Hello, Mr. K, sir. Hopefully you're doing well this morning. Ellie's saying sack Dermot and laughing emoji. Not just yet. He's on a warning.
Thin ice.
It's going to be what's it called? Well, how do we tell people off? Naughty, naughty, and then we're back to normal. John Fitzpatrick is saying, Dermot's my Irish brother. Celery agent saying, K, yo, mate, I don't understand it. Kulusevski is quick, not rapid, but he has long strides, so looks slow on telly. Yeah. We're going to bring up a question from Celery Agent. How good do you think Ryan Sessegnon can get? I think he could be excellent. Dermot, we're going to start with you. Can Ryan Sessegnon now kick on as a young player?
Yeah, I think he can. I don't see why not. I think he played very well on Saturday. He just needs confidence to keep playing well. I think his confidence has been low. And I just think he needs a manager to believe in him. And once he gets that, then I can see him kicking on and being the best win back we've got. That's my opinion. I think he's got Conte. Conte believes in him, and then just see him kick on now for the rest of the season.
What do you think about Sessegnon, Kiva? Do you reckon he can usurp Reguilon and prove that he's a better fullback in the long term for us?
Yeah, I think right at the moment, I'll possibly say Reguilon's just edging him, but not by much. Only because he's been more consistent over the course of time. But Sessegnon is showing it. I think his ceiling is higher than Reguilon's. I think Sessegnon can push on to be like not just Spurs but England's regular spot. It's annoying because like when he starts getting some of these opinions, and then suddenly you'll notice them in the press. It comes into the media at the same time, and you think, "Oh damn, I wanted to be really insightful there," and you realise everybody's saying the same thing because we're all saying it. We're all seeing it on the pitch. So big up to Sessegnon. A while back, I was saying about I'm fed up with these players going on a sulk if they haven't done well and they get criticised. What they should do is just get their heads down, work bloody hard, and go and prove us wrong. And they just did that. They did that against Leeds, definitely. They did it against Man City. Bit of a blip against Burnley while playing in a monsoon, but you're gonna lose some games. But they are proving people wrong. They're really stepping up now. If they keep doing that for the rest of the season, they'll have done themselves proud, done the manager proud as well, and I think we will grab fourth.
Good stuff.
if they keep going.
Yeah, they just got to stop being stupid at the end of the day. Ellie's saying, I would not sack you personally, Dermot, but I'd make you do the washing up. I think Dermot's probably the best at washing up in the building.
I do that anyway in my house. I do the washing up anyway, so it makes no difference.
John Fitzpatrick saying, let's be real, injuries have hampered his development, but with Conte, the sky's the limit for Sessi. Yeah, I think it's true as well. Sessignon looks like a real player. I think if he can add goals to his game, which I think will come eventually, and he showed against Bayern Munich and can score some bangers. So I think if Sessignon adds goals to this game, the left-back spot is his.
Yeah.
Liam is saying, for me, Sessignon is technically competent, but what I haven't seen enough is the intensity, aggression, assertiveness we need from wing-backs. The Leeds game was a step in the right direction. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair.
They need to play like that against bigger teams. But they showed against Liverpool, those two fullbacks can be really good. So hopefully this is now the start of the new game. Mark Cousins is saying the ball Sessignon played to Doakane. That's his new name. Smashing in the top corner.
I told you he had one brilliant game from Ireland where he was just brilliant. And that was his one brilliant game for Tottenham Saturday. That's how he played when he played that game for Ireland. He was immense. So he has it in him.
He has had a couple of little decent cameos for us as well when he's coming on sub.
Yeah.
But, that was consistent.
He's improving though. The the Leicester game, he was really, really decent. He just needs to more consistent. I mean, 'cause if he plays like he did against Leeds, against other teams, he is one of the best fullbacks in the country because he's aggressive, he's strong, he's good in the air, he's got a brilliant shot on him. His shot is incredible for a fullback. I mean, that was a striker's finish. It was banging the top corner. He just needs to do it regularly.
Here's a question to the pair of you. Right, I'll start with you, Coof. Would you sell him still?
Well, Doherty? No, I think I'd get rid of Emerson quite happily, but I think Doherty's he's showing enough to stay. If he can keep up with any sort of level of consistency, then yeah. I think the key to him playing well is Romero though, covering that right back slot. It gives him the freedom to do something. I think he's worth hanging on to, even if he's just going to be a squad player. You do need to rotate players at times. I'm not confident on Emerson at all. Not in the future at any point. I just don't see it from him.
He was completely dropped Saturday, wasn't he?
Yeah,
from the whole squad.
Yeah. I think Doherty. Yeah, keep him. We'll just get another right back in. Get a couple in that can play attacking football. That he's shown he can do if he's just left to do that. If he has to do the whole role himself, he's struggling a bit. But don't let him do the whole role. Just get Romero in to cover him at the right back slot. Yeah, it works. We'll see how it works against some more difficult teams because Leeds are a bit kamikaze, aren't they?
They are a little bit.
Anyway. Sorry,
but a win is a win.
I'm just going to nip off for 2 minutes. Sorry. So
okay.
Take over the Dermot.
I'm going to agree with Kuva. It's like what Kuva said about Emerson. Usually with fullbacks, you're either good at fullbacks are usually good at attacking because the fullback game is to attack, and then you learn the defensive thing over time. You learn about positional awareness and strategicness. Emerson couldn't find a cross in the Sistine Chapel.
No.
I don't think if you cannot do the fundamental role as a fullback of being able to cross a ball, what are you? I could see that he might be a decent centre-back, like a right centre-back. But we've got two of those. We've got Dyer, we've got Romero, and we've got Sanchez possibly. I'd like to get rid of Sanchez now as well. I'd get rid of both of them. Yeah. But Doherty shows one thing that he's really, really good at. And if we use that, he's unplayable, which is a big, strong lad. He's relatively quick. And when he gets in that box area, he is an animal. He's really strong. So if he is allowed to do what he's good at, which is drifting in the box and putting one in the back of the net, he can be brilliant. So I agree with Kuva. I would keep Doherty for next season and get a new right back to possibly be the number one. But then you could bring in another right fullback to be his understudy.
Yeah, I mean, this all depends on Levy back in Conte in the summer anyway. So let's not count our chickens before they hatched. I just wait to see.
Yeah.
Very quickly, did you see that League Cup game yesterday final?
That was rather funny, wasn't it?
It was the best 0-0 I've watched in a long time, I have
I'm
to
just happy
say.
that Chelsea lost. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm
same
happy
here.
about.
I thought all them penalties were. I thought when he brought the keeper on to save the penalties, I thought, no, it's going to go against him here. And then when
we can actually have a chat about that. We'll read the comments in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll read the comments in a bit, but oh god, we are stacking up. Maybe we should.
Also, I've got some stats here for Decky for his game on Saturday as well. So we'll get through we'll get through the chats and then we'll come back.
Cesc does need game time, as I do feel at the end of the season. Real Madrid will activate the buyback clause for Reggie. That's a good profit for us. We can invest in a better left. Reggie is showing weaknesses. I think he's still possibly the best fullback, but he's not shown goal threat, which is what a left wing back needs to do. But he's good at crossing, so who knows? Liam is saying, as frustrating as Reguilon can be, he's still by far away our best wing back. His crossing is good, and he is a goal threat, even though his finishing is very unrefined.
Yeah.
He's to add to that to his game.
I agree with that.
John Fitzpatrick saying, Carl, I don't think Real have the money for Reggie. Possibly not. They are.
I don't think they're as broke as people think they are.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Right off the debt, won't they?
Yeah.
Salary agent is saying Cesc needs to hang out with Romero, Højbjerg, and Bentancur and add some aggression to his game. Yes, he does. Real Madrid have the money, and we will see that in the summer window. I think they also.
Yeah.
Dara Kane.
I love that. Dara Kane.
Mr. K is saying it's all about balance across the team and when on the pitch. When Conte wants everyone to have the same mentality, no matter where you are on the pitch. Absolutely agree.
Can I just say, whatever he said on Wednesday, whatever he said privately, whatever he said publicly, something hit a nerve with somebody at the club.
Well, they're afraid, aren't they? They should be afraid, because I think Levy has told Conte that we support you no matter what. I think those home truths that he told the media have realised, Levy has realised that Conte is right, because we've had 4 managers what these players have failed for. It can't possibly be the manager now. So the players.
You see, I said it before, Ben, and I say it again. Beating the likes of Man City and Leeds is brilliant, but you got to back it up with a win in the next game.
Yeah.
Then the next game is our FA Cup game away to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
We have to win that to back up the game for Leeds.
Yeah.
I mean, to get into a quarter final for a major cup competition would be a big thing for us this season. And maybe that would be the kickstart we need to get on for top 4 or even top 5.
Yeah. Carl, do you think Reggie has impressed Real over the last 2 years? Possibly not. But he's a very raw player, I think. It all depends who the Real Madrid manager is in the new season. I don't think Ancelotti is going to last to the end of the season. Mr. K is saying Conte said this is the first time in 4 months he said his system is being implemented on the pitch. Good. Yeah, it was. We could see that. Finally, it's starting to come to effect. John Fitzpatrick saying, big up, Mr. K. Liam is saying, agree with Kuva that Doherty should stay. Generally don't believe he's as horrible as he's been. Hopefully him under Conte is beginning of the revival. Yeah, hopefully. We always like to see an Irishman in the team. There always needs to be one. Ellie is saying, I think Conte has finally cracked it. Doherty right wing back and Romero to cover defensive duties. Spot on Kuva for calling it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. K is saying 3 punches, a la Chris.
Can I just say, big up Bob Spur. Thank you for joining us this morning, sir, and I hope you're keeping well.
For the Superman is in the house saying, we cannot forget, as great as the result was, we did give away 4 gilt-edged chances to Leeds. We've got to keep the attacking mindset and tighten up at the back. Still wondering how Dallas didn't score. Yeah.
I am, Ben. I'm just gobsmacked he didn't score. What was Luis doing out there in the first place?
It was the right call from Lloris, but he messed up the kicking the ball out. It was the right call.
Leeds should have scored from that, but it shows how bad Leeds are at the moment. They can't even score on their open goal.
Yeah.
But Bosborough is spot on. They hit the post twice.
Yeah.
So, we've got to tighten up defensively somewhere along the line. And I don't know if that means recruitment in the summer or just tighten up with what we've got now between now and the end of the season. we cannot be giving away these type of chances because bigger teams will punish us.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
We raise our game for bigger teams. Like that is the problem with this team. When we play bigger teams, we raise our game.
Yeah, but the problem is if we're away to Manchester United or Liverpool, I think we've got Liverpool away, haven't we? Man United away.
Yeah.
They're gonna, if we make a defensive slip, they're the likes of Salah and the Liverpool attack. Yeah, and then you got the Man United attack. They will punish us.
Yeah.
We cannot keep making these slips. We've got to tighten up defensively. And as Bob Spurs said, keep the attacking mindset, but tighten up. Now, and in the summer, it is important that we buy a new centre-back, a couple of wing-backs, and really concentrate on that defence, because I think the rest of the midfield and the attack has sorts itself out. We've got to concentrate and also get a backup goalkeeper for Luis that is decent. So that means going for a Henderson or going for, I mean, I love the Liverpool goalkeeper yesterday that played in the League Cup final, the Irish lad.
Fantastic.
Go for him. I mean, he's won 3 major trophies for Liverpool without playing.
And we won't get him. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but apparently it's pronounced Kevin, right?
No, it's Irish for Kevin.
Yeah.
It's Irish for Kevin.
So big up, Bob Spur. I hope you're doing well this morning, sir.
Stephen, I'm going to disagree with Bob, though, because I don't care about clean sheets. I'd say we should have won that 8-4. I would have been happy with that.
You're going back to the Aussie years, aren't you?
As well. It wasn't just them with more chances they missed. We missed some as well.
Yeah, you're going back to the Aussie years, aren't you, Coof?
Yeah.
Damn right. I don't care. I love the Aussie years. Just pebble dash the opponent's goal all matched. It doesn't matter. I want goals. I don't care.
I'll tell you one thing. The start of that season, though, his first season, we were quite successful until Teddy Sheringham got injured. Yeah. And then the whole season collapsed after that.
Well, I think I told you the story that Teddy Sheringham said about how the play style was in the dressing room. Ozzy Ardalis just saying to Teddy Sheringham, right, everyone, we're going to get the ball into Teddy's feet. The moment he's got it, everybody charge forward. And it was like, and Teddy Sheringham's going, you what? It's like all the pressure on him. If he loses the ball, we're in trouble. And sure enough, that was what happened.
I mean, that's how Barcelona played with Messi in the team. As soon as Messi gets the ball, the entire team charges forward. That's how they played. Stephen Cartwright is in the building saying, good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. Morning, Stephen Cartwright. Sir. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. I don't know who this guy is, but he's saying, where's that gorgeous Hollywood Phil guy? Miss him like crazy. I don't know where.
I think he will be on tomorrow evening, I think, Ben. I think he's making an appearance from Hollywood tomorrow evening.
Oh.
He's a roving reporter, isn't he? He's off to Iceland. He's off to America.
Yeah. He'll be at the Oscars next, collecting his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
He'll be up Oscars next.
It's at the Oscars.
No, we're not having any of that at all. Right.
John is absolutely saying, Bob Spur, that last ditch from Davis, it was King SK. Yes, it was. I don't know. I think it was just awful from Leeds. Graham is in the building. Morning,
Good morning, Graham.
Morning, Graham. Hopefully you're doing well, sir.
What a lovely man. Can I just say, big up Graham. He's a top bloke. Had the pleasure of meeting him and really is a top man. So big up Graham this morning.
Carl Simpson is saying, Bob Spur is right. Any of those other teams we gave to Leeds would have been finished. We need to keep working hard on the defensive strength and hopefully Conte is getting the balance he needs. Absolutely. It's what we need. We need that defence to start working. Championships are won on the defence.
John, bollocks. Just keep bombing forward. More goals.
John Fitzpatrick.
They're going to get 4. We'll just have to get another 4 as well. Used to be the way back in the 80s. If we started leaking goals, we'd just go out and buy a couple more strikers.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine the Tottenham fans singing 1-0 to the Tottenham? Just doesn't ring right, does it?
No.
The only people always go about how was attacking free flowing football won us anything? How's it done for us? It's never won us anything. And the argument is that's the only times we've ever been successful. Is any periods of success we've been attacking free flowing football. Anytime we played defensive, we must scrape like a
there you go, Coof.
Or something. But
that's what's won this. There's to back up your argument.
Exactly. There you go. That's not even the 80s part of it either, is it? or 91 final, we were free flowing attacking then as well.
That's the main bulk of it there. I mean, you got the push and run side, which was free and flowing. You got the Bill Nick side, which was always free flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keith Burkage.
I don't share clean sheets. I want to see more goals. 10-4s, 5-3s, 7-6s. I'll take a couple of 5-4 losses along the way. That's fine. I want to be entertained. I want to get out of my seat when I'm watching the bloody game.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember the time, Cove? This is true. Do you remember the time when Ozzy was there, right? And he's on the touchline. I think we were turning up in one game. And the commentator saying, now, Tottenham just got to sit back and just sit comfortable, right? And there was Ozzy up there doing this on the touchline. It was the most funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
It's a shame football isn't like that, because it'd be entertaining. Football is supposed to be entertainment at the end of the day.
I think if Ozzy was backed and he had proper players, I think he would have been a success at Tottenham. I know that's me probably being delusional or being romantic, but what do you think, Cove?
What, Ozzy?
Yeah.
That was a little bit too gung-ho, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was fun, though.
I mean, brilliant at first, but as soon as teams... I think the trouble is, like, teams figured out Dumitrescu. As soon as they worked out, he always did the same move. He was, like, nullified. And, again, could have stuck with it. Just go out and buy some better attackers. I mean, Klinsmann and Sheringham clearly good. Put another couple of worldies in with them. It doesn't matter.
You know, first game in charge, 4-3 away to Sheffield Wednesday.
6-3 against Watford away in the League Cup, and then lose 3-2 at home to them. It was just madness.
And we had a great start, and it was like we beat Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield. We're really high in the league. We went away to Man United. Brian Robson then went into the back of Teddy Sheringham, did his Achilles, I think, if I'm right. And that was it. Our season exploded then.
Yeah.
I remember
it's the equivalent of taking out Harry Kane now. He's the focal point for attacks.
I remember we played Peterborough in the FA Cup, and I remember going to the replay, and we fucking struggled against Peterborough. We beat them on penalties, but we did struggle. We've got Mark Cousins there.
Are you doing a watch-along tomorrow? I'll be reporting from the pub. Are we doing a watch-along tomorrow?
No, we're doing a post-match rating show tomorrow.
Good stuff.
Hopefully not a post-mortem.
Yeah.
No, well, it depends, doesn't it? But no, the FA Cup's ours this year. Spurs are on the way to Wembley.
Bob Spurs saying, Kuva sounds like Ozzy. Big up, love, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment. Love Ozzy.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson is saying, let's abolish the offside rule as well, Kuva. That would be fun and give you the goals you want. Yep.
Nah, that'd be like the 1890s, where they just had like 8 forwards and just one person, a couple of people at the back just to pump the ball up the pitch. That gets too crazy then.
Just a quick question, you two, on offsides. I'll go and then do the Liam one and then ask you a question on the offsides.
Yeah, so Liam is saying, I'm off for now, but good chat, lads. By the way, really enjoyed the Bill Nicholson tribute with Steve Perrin. It was a great show.
Nice
Thank you very much, so that's very much appreciated. We will be doing a few more of them tribute shows, actually, in the future. We need to think who to do next, but
Christian Gross.
I think everyone keeps talking about Ozzy this morning. I think I'll have to do an Ozzy tribute show. I am
Jack Santini tribute morning.
Yeah, I'm in the process of getting together a Gaza tribute show.
Nice.
I am trying to get hold of Paul Gascoigne. I don't know how you do it. I'm absolutely stuck. So if anybody knows in the chat how to get hold of the gentleman,
be surprised if he could somehow.
He's not on
Twitter. A lot of ex-players will have exclusivity contracts with different media outlets.
But he doesn't do any media, does he, Gaza?
I don't know.
No, I can't find him on Twitter. I can't find him on Facebook. I just don't know. So if anybody knows how to get hold of Paul Gascoigne, can you please tell him TTG are looking for him? Because we'd love to get him on.
He's going to be worried about that. He's going to think TTG is some sort of...
TTG are gagging for him.
Don't. I've said that word before on Day Channel. Got myself into a bit of trouble. So yeah, I'm staying away from them sort of words. Somebody did put in the. I will tell you the story. I said that Levy was gagging Conte, and it got Dave's dirty side of Dave's mind, right? Somebody put in the comment, it says, "Is this Dave? Yeah, now you've got it." Somebody did put in the comment, right? Is this a porn film or is this a football show? He got Dave laughing, Jack creasing up, and me trying to realise what I said. I said, "Oh, fuck, I've just said one of my things again. Never mind." But if anyone can know how I can get in touch with Paul Gascoigne, please let me know. My Twitter page is at the top and everything, so please let us know, because that is one person I'd love to get on. For two people in the chat, one person not here and the other person is in the chat. For them two people, but I just don't know how to go about it. So, I'm asking TTG Army. Pardon?
Absion for Mr. Mark Cousins.
Yeah, that's another person. I need help from the TTG Army. So please, this is your mission. Try to find Paul Gascoigne, how I'll get in contact with the man, because I'd love to get him on.
Yeah. So
that's my next star I want to get on this show, Paul Gascoigne.
We might as well talk about that wonderful evening that we had last night, watching the Chelsea get beat by Liverpool. It was a wonderful evening, and we're going to talk about goalkeepers. Was it?
Hang on, just one quick question, Ben. Sorry to interrupt you. I want to ask Coover about the 4 goals yesterday offside, and you as well, Ben. Well, there was offside, about the offside rule. Should the offside rule be changed in VAR? Because, and also the second part to this question, should have any of them goals stood yesterday? And I'll start with you, Coover, and then again to you, Ben.
Dead simple for me. I can't stand VAR, so I'd get rid of that, and it's down to the linesman again.
Yeah. Did any of them goals should have stood for you yesterday?
I don't know. I didn't bother watching the game. I turned on when I knew it was going to go to penalties, because I thought there could be something to really laugh at, and there was.
Yeah.
So, my opinion is VAR needs to be changed. VAR can be in here, but there are 3 things that need to be changed with VAR. Number 1 is it needs to be a challenge-based system like tennis. You're given 3 challenges per game that you're allowed to use VAR per team. Once you've used all 3 of those, it goes back to linesmen, referees. VAR is turned off. We can't have VAR holding up the game. There needs to be a flag rule like the NFL or tennis. You throw a flag on the pitch to contest the decision. They look at it in VAR. Yeah. Firstly. Secondly, they need to start giving the benefit of the doubt to the attackers, because football is a game about goals, not about 1-0 victories. They need to start giving an edge to the attacking player instead of giving the defenders so much easier time of winning, which is why football is now looking to chalk goals off instead of to give more goals. And most importantly, the third thing that needs to be changed with VAR is the referees, because they're all shit. That's the most important thing why VAR is failing. It's because the referees in Britain are awful. They are pathetic, useless, schlongadickers. They are the worst in the world. They are the worst. As soon as you change those and put football people in charge of VAR, then we can get back to it.
It's like Formula One. They have ex-players dishing out the penalties to have an ex-Formula One driver there. And they have 2 independent people, but they have a Formula One driver who's done it, he's been there, who's drove. I mean, like they had one race, they had Emerson Fittipaldi, 2 times world Formula One champion, sitting there. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the same with VAR. You got to have a football man there to give his advice, because these referees, I mean, yesterday it seemed to me that VAR or the game, they wanted the game to go to penalties. That's what it seemed to me yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed, that VAR was saying, right, we'll chuck off this goal. The Liverpool first goal, there was nothing wrong with it. I couldn't say anything wrong with it. 2 of the Chelsea's goals, there was nothing wrong with them. They were that much offside. Their toenail was offside.
Offside then. They're just going by the rules, aren't they?
Yeah, the rules.
But it just seemed to me yesterday that they were trying to force the game to penalties. The later it went on.
And then I got to laugh at Chelsea for longer. It was great.
Oh, that was so funny. I mean, Carl Simpson says we'll get to him, but the ball on the keeper that refused to come off 2 years ago or 3 years ago, was it?
Yeah.
When Sarri's the poor man and he scores the penalty. That's still going, that ball, by the way.
Here is the question.
Hang on. I was going to say quickly on VAR. I really liked an idea that King Arthur came out with, and he just said, "Why not just have the chaps in the VAR room have 3 screens? There's a frozen shot, there's a slow motion, and there's a normal speed camera. They have one look at each one of them, and then you've got basically just got your yes, no, or inconclusive."
King Arthur stole my idea. I was the first person that said that.
Oh, well, you then. Okay. So, you take that up on copyright issues or whatever.
You have one live, one 5 seconds behind, and one 10 seconds behind. So you go 1, 2, 3, make the decision.
Yeah, or inconclusive. And if it's inconclusive, the ref carries on with what he decided.
The tagline of VAR, clear and obvious. If it's not clear and obvious, don't give it.
And what I personally hate is they go to VAR for every goal.
Yeah.
I much preferred the idea of it only goes to VAR when they spot something. The game carries on. It's when VAR spot a clear and obvious error. That made sense when it was like that. Not fine picking whether somebody's got like a, moustache hair out of it, just on an offside position. It's just ridiculous. It's just overused. It's ruined into the game, in my opinion. You can't celebrate goals anymore. You have to wait just in case.
I don't celebrate goals. It's completely ruined. It's ruined the spontaneousness of football.
Yeah,
I feel like
it should be left to 3 things: penalties and really tough decisions. All the rest of it should be left to the linesman and the referee.
Or a charge-based system. You have 3 challenges. Throw a thing, they look at it. Once you've used all your challenges, VAR's turned off. You switch it off. That's the way it should be, in my opinion.
I'd still be happy if you just got rid of it totally. The one technology change that I've really liked over the years is just the goal line technology, so the ref knows if the ball crossed the line.
Yeah, but that's just simple. That's simple.
Exactly. Game flows.
So Carl Simpson is saying
sports. You see, you have VAR in other sports. You have it in cricket. You have it in tennis.
Rugby.
It seems to work well in them sports. It just doesn't work with soccer.
It's because the referees are shit. Carl Simpson is saying, how ironic that Chelsea bring on Kepa for them to get a winner's medal, only for him to lose it for them. Ironic, yeah. And Bob Spurs saying, from Kepa coming on, trying some gamesmanship with Liverpool players and sending his kick to Stamford Bridge. Personally, loved it.
Yeah, I thought he deserved that. I thought that was karma for a few years ago. George here, sorry, Ben, I don't know if you brought it up, but George here says M&M management for Twitter looks like he has management team for Gaza. Right, I will get onto that straight after the show. Thank you very much, George.
Bobby Kane saying, good morning, lads. Good morning, Mr. Bobby Kane. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Mate. Lovely to see you as always from the Great White North. And he's saying 100% spot on. No point celebrating until 5 minutes after you've scored now. Maddening. Yeah, it's totally ruined football.
It's every goal checked by VAR now every team scored.
Yeah, every goal. Yeah. They are literally, every goal they try and chalk off. So we're going to talk about Kepa. I personally think that you should never bring a player on for a penalty. That is the most difficult skill in the entirety of football, is to score a penalty. Score and save a penalty. And it's when we did it during the Euros, I knew we were going to lose. Because they're not fresh, they're not in the game, they haven't got any adrenaline pumping. It's maddening that they would bring on a goalkeeper, the most important position in a penalty shootout, because the goalkeeper controls the tempo. If the goalkeeper moves, it's too early. It's a goal. They move too late. is a goal. They've got to be right spot on. So for them to bring a goalkeeper that wasn't totally match fit or in the game, it's maddening. And I don't want to feel bad for a Chelsea player because I hate Chelsea, but Mendy had an unbelievable game. He was brilliant, and you're punishing him. And he might have saved them yesterday. He might have scored a penalty. You never know.
What I particularly enjoyed there. I mean, I haven't watched the game, but then I've got contacted. Hollywood Phil talked to me on WhatsApp, and he was saying about all the games on. So I sort of flicked it on for the penalties, and he was ahead of me on watching it because I was using the Sky app. Anyway. As we were talking through it, I said, "Oh, well, it's just coming up to the goalkeepers having to take one now," and he's going, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, okay." We were talking about who we wanted to miss the penalty that lost it, and obviously we wanted Chelsea to lose because they are basically scumbags, and why not?
Yeah.
And then as soon as it got to Kepa, I was just like, "Yes, him," and I'm going, "Come on, he's gonna go on, put it over the bar, put it over the bar." And sure enough, he did. I literally jumped out of my chair screaming, "Yes!" like it was Spurs winning. It was so funny. It was the fact they brought him on as the specialist goalkeeper and he didn't save a penalty, and all he did was lose the game for him. It was sweet as hell. The way he'd tried, like Bob Spurs said, they tried the gamesmanship on the Liverpool players and none of it worked. He just looked like a complete soul. I absolutely loved it. Comedy gold for the season so far for me, that.
Yeah. I mean, at least he got 3 points.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe that's what he was thinking. If he puts it over the bar, he gets 3 points.
He got a point. He got a point that if that was Gaelic football now, he would have got a point there for his county. So he done well. He should play Gaelic football now.
Yeah, or he should play NFL. He's definitely good at that.
Yeah.
He done the Johnny Wilkinson. He could do the Johnny Wilkinson hands. He would have got.
Yeah.
Did you see Ireland played well yesterday? We beat Italy 57 something yesterday. You know, we're not out of the Six Nations yet, lads.
There was only one problem I had with Kepa missing that penalty, and I felt bad about it. It was the fact that I wasn't right there next to him going, "Ha ha ha," in his ear.
Or I didn't have popcorn ready at the time. But...
Yeah.
Or a nice cold beer just to celebrate. Or just I wasn't there with a bottle just to collect his tears, his salty, sweet tears.
Absolutely. Moment of the season so far, though.
That was great. Anything for Chelsea to lose, it was brilliant. I mean, you got to give props to that Liverpool team. They are fantastic, aren't they? Yeah. They are absolutely. The goalkeeper Kelleher, he's a brilliant goalkeeper.
Some of those penalties were absolutely dreadful, though, and they were going in.
Milner's penalty should have been saved.
Who was it? It was one of the Chelsea ones, I think, doing a Panenka, and it barely reached the goal line. It was so weak. I forgot who it was.
Which Liverpool player did a Panenka? It was Fabinho. That was.
Oh, that was it. That's the one I'm thinking of, actually. Yeah, straight down the middle, and it was so weak.
Even off the ground, but it was like, oh, that's cheeky. I like it. We're going to read some of these comments before. I don't know what the time frame is. I've got to leave soon, but we're gonna. So we've read these ones. K Bean is saying hi, Bobby ×2. Bobby K is saying good day. Celery is saying great to see you, Bob Spur, mate. And Bobby K is saying not nice, guys. I feel bad for Kepa. Not.
I cannot express just how much I was laughing and cheering when he missed that. It was unreal. It really was like watching a good Spurs victory.
It was magical. I thought I was watching a Harry Potter. That's how magical it was.
I think Kepa's on for one of our Player of the Year spots at the moment.
Oh yeah, he is. I mean, what a tool he is by trying to give them the eyes, going up to them and giving them the chest and like trying to get close. Just shut up. Just shut up.
What I want to know is at the end, why was he not crying? How selfish. We wanted our full package there.
Yeah, I want to collect his tears with the water bottle.
Absolutely.
Share it with everyone. It's like
Just in case people aren't clear, we don't like Kepa.
Yeah. I went to see Bear Grylls at the Hammersmith Apollo years ago, and he came when he did a show on Everest, and he had a bottle of the water of the snow he brought back from Everest, and every once in a while when he's feeling down, he drinks like a little shot of the water from Everest. I want a massive bottle of Kepa's tears in my fridge. So I was like, when I'm feeling down, or whenever one of my friends are feeling down, I can just give them Kepa's salty tears, and they will all be good again. That's what we need.
Works for me.
Yeah. So I don't think we've got anything else to talk about, lads. Do you guys have anything to say?
It's all stuff that we don't really want to get into at the moment, isn't it? Things away from football is the obvious ones, but
that's not this show, so we won't.
Let's keep.
No, all I'm going to say is our prayers and our thoughts and our admiration as with the people with Ukraine, as they do a marvelous job defending their country. So I want to send my thoughts and prayers to everyone in Ukraine at this time.
To be fair, I'd say to any families suffering a loss on either side, because the Russian troops aren't there by their choice, are they?
No one wants this war. No one wants war anymore.
No, but I think you cannot invade a sovereign country like he's done it. It's totally off wacky.
Of course, yeah.
So my thought, I agree with you, Koo, with the family, but also, firstly, my thoughts and prayers are with all the Ukraine. I mean, there's fathers and husbands and sons having to stay behind while they send off their wives or their mothers or their daughters off while they've got to stay behind. And fair play to their president for standing his ground too. Not many presidents would have stayed behind it and fought for his country like that man is. So big up to him too. But my thoughts and prayers from everyone on this channel with the people of Ukraine.
Yeah. And on that,
it's one of the Klitschko's.
Both of them.
Both of them. One's a mayor, and another.
So if let's just hope the bullets run out and it turns into a punch up. We know who's going to win that.
Yeah.
So on that somber note, we're going to end the show here. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat for joining us. It's been a great small show this morning. We've had a great chat, and we're going to be back for tomorrow morning for the coffee morning, one of my last shows before I go away on holiday. And we're going to talk about the Middlesbrough game tomorrow and have a good time, hopefully. So from all of us at Tottenham Tantrum Gold, we wish you all a great day. I will be on at 2 o'clock on the coffee channel if you want somewhere to relax in the afternoon. And, And
also, please, everyone, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this channel, because we're trying to get to 400. We really are trying to get to 400. And we'd love to get there. Big up King Arthur, and thank you for what you done on Friday. That show couldn't be done without you, sir. So thank you.
63 million.
If you want to become a member, hit the Patreon page. And if you want to donate, you don't have to just hit the PayPal page. But also, please, we more want to get to 400. Let's get there before St. Patrick's Day. That would mean a lot to all of us. So thank you very much. And thank you for everyone that has liked and the show on Friday. It really means a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you very much indeed.
One more thing to I want to say, we're all bigging him up, but let's big him up again. It's so great to see Bob Spur back on the channels again. He's got a long recovery to come, but he's on the right track.
Yeah.
So nice to see him there. The humor's still there and back in the comments. So if you haven't already, please go over to Bob Spur TV
and subscribe.
Subscribe and give him a like as well, because when he's back on, he'll really appreciate the fact that people are on there straight away.
And as I said on Friday, that show was dedicated to Bob Spur. That show was in honor of him, and it's great to see him back. And it gives your heart full of joy when you see him in the comments. So big up Bob, and everyone go over to Bob Spur TV on YouTube and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because he is coming back. The boss man, the boss of all of us, is coming back.
Yeah. So On that note, from all of us at Tottenham Tantrum Gold, we wish you all a great
Levy out because you cut me out last time.
And as always, Levy out.
You never beat the Irish.